Hey guys, how is it going today? So today we're going to be taking a look at NEO. And I want to let you guys know that I didn't lose any money myself on NEO. I actually made a killer off of NEO because of just long-term targets in general and just playing all the bounces. It had very heavy volatility and the spread was up to 75 cents sometimes, guys. And myself as a scalper, it's really easy to take advantage of volatility like that. So my long-term target was basically $48.62, regardless of where you entered, right? It would have been a pretty good target there, $48.62. I thought it was going to come down here and then make another bounce and go up there. So I'm completely wrong about that. And I want to apologize to all the people that have lost money on it, right? But the target was basically $48.62 off of the original first 5 waves that have formed, right? Actually off of the wedge, I should say. So this target was not even achieved whatsoever, which is actually really, really disappointing in general. So we're gonna take a look at what the heck happened, what is going on, and I think that this chart of mine, it represented a much longer time frame in general, and I have no doubt in my mind that longer term, we are gonna hit these targets again of T1, T2, and T3, but it's going to be far down the road, guys. And yeah, I apologize once again to all the people that lost money. That was actually my first big prediction that I lost out on, right? And that is actually going to go in my books for the first loss in, geez, in 90 days or so for big predictions. So I'm not really too happy about adding this one to the books there. I wanted to keep a pretty good track record of having a very long-term success rate. But you know what? We always got to lose sometimes, right, guys? And when for the people that have been following me, and you guys have been keeping track of all the coins that I have been making long-term forecasts for, you guys would know that my track record is pretty on point, right? We're talking about Ethereum, which I'm going to show you guys. We're talking about Ethereum. First of all, we're going to talk about Dash, okay? This is my Dash one right here. My Dash target was made well in advance, like on the 14th or so, entering around under 425, and we hit some pretty big numbers already, guys. Like we hit 480 today on Dash, so that was a big prediction. And Ethereum especially, guys, I'm holding bags of that right now. I've got 200 Ethereum right now, which is a pretty good amount. Ethereum entered under 315. We hit 380 already, or I think it was 380 or so. What else? Like my IOTA one, especially on November 2nd, guys. I recommended to buy 36. Heck, we're at 95 cents right now. These are just some of the small ones, right? My ETP short-term ones as well, suggesting shorts. Actually, this one is the ETP one, suggesting a short there for a quick 10 to 12% gains, where you would short at 352, hit 311 right there. We're getting squeezed at this box. My Ripple forecast as well on November 10, guys, I suggested a buy right here. And then we surely enough hit 28 cents, guys, 28 cents. That's a huge profit. And my long-term target is still 38 cents, so we're on track for that one. Dash, we went over. My EOS analysis as well. We are on point, guys. First target 180, and we're just about to break out right now to, not right now, but in a few days, maybe 1 or 2 days, we're going to hit 237. So I just wanted to go over, my track record as well, right? Or QTEM, not to mention these guys too, right? I suggested an entry under $13. We hit $15 just yesterday there. So that's a huge profit, guys. 25% profit there for the people that have got in. So I just wanted to go over my track record and let you guys know that, it's still pretty good. And when we think of all the wins that we have over time, a small loss or a big loss to some people, it's really nothing in the grand scheme of things, because as a trader, we try to win and profit over time, right? And as we profit over time, of course, there's going to be some losing trades. So I'm pretty upset about it because of all the fundamental news that was driving this. And I want to let you guys know about some of the fundamental news that is factoring into this massive correction that we have right now, which is a little bit unnormal to me. But at the same time, I also see it as a very normal correction in hindsight. Now that I do see it, like in retrospect, it does seem like a very typical correction. And I want to let you guys know that 15 million NEO tokens were released to developers just, I think, on October 26th, late October, 15 million, right? And they're having this, and basically, who is it? The council member on NEO, so one of their employees there, he released this little teaser that something was going to be released in the next 3 days, right? And of course, everybody hopped on the bandwagon, right? They all bought the news. Surely enough, I bought the news, right? You guys bought the news as well. And that's what drove up that's what started the beginning of wave 3 to these massive, massive prices right now. But you know, professionally speaking, and you guys don't hear me speak professionally whatsoever often, I'm sure, but professionally, you shouldn't be teasing the community with a little piece of paper saying that some massive news is going to be released, because we know exactly what is going to happen. People are going to buy the news, right, guys? They're going to buy the news, or sorry, they're going to buy the hype and they're going to sell the news. But we have to factor in 15 million tokens, guys, out of 15, okay? That is a really, really big number. That is 30%, guys. That is 30% more tokens that are actually added to the market cap, right? And the developers are the ones that are getting access to all these tokens, not the general public. And when you release this little teaser, of course, guys, of course the price is going to be driven up. And guess who gets to benefit the most? The developers, because they want to cash in as much cash as possible. They want as much money as possible so they can continue their development for the blockchain. That makes sense, right? And what better way to do that, guys, as Eric Gu, the CEO of NEO, right? What better way to do that than to orchestrate a massive news release through a little tease that will drive up the market? Do you guys get what I'm saying? So 15 million tokens were released. I'm sure that they were not even touched, right? And then of course, I personally believe that this little piece of teaser where news was going to be released in 3 days was to drive up the prices. Simple as that, so that the developers could literally just dump on the market to get as much money as possible to develop the blockchain. And that's what we're seeing right now with these massive extensions and corrections. So let's take a look at what's going on. I want to let you guys know that this is a falling wedge, first of all, okay? That is a falling wedge right there. And what we always do is, you guys are going to hate me for saying this, okay? But I'm not surprised that it only hit this amount right there. Do you guys remember my prediction right here? Okay, take a look at my prediction for NEO, for the long-term forecast, more so 48.62, right? 48.62, and what did we hit, guys? Look right there. We hit 48.45. So I'm literally 10 cents off from that prediction. I just wasn't accurate when it came to the actual timeline itself, which is actually really irritating in general, okay? Now you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but I knew that was probably gonna be the max one, because right here, guys, sucks, right? This is a one-to-one measured move extension. So if I take the actual distance from right here to right here, guys, that's a base range of 1, we'll call it. And then I actually just move it over to right here, guys. Unfortunately, we hit a 1-to-1 perfect measured move ratio. And now we're doing a really big correction. So we're just going to keep it simple, all right? And we're just going to call this basically ABC. Just keep it very simple. I don't want to do the whole Elliott wave there, okay? So this is wave 1 now. This is wave 2. Actually, I'm going to do it this way here. This is wave 1. My computer is lagging lately. I don't know why. I've got a really good computer. Actually, it's not lagging. It's just TradingView. That's 1. This is basically 2. And this is 3, guys. 4 will probably be somewhere over here, I'm guessing. I don't think we're going to go lower than about 35, guys. So anyone who thinks it's going to go down to that price, I don't think so at all. I'm guessing here, and 5, you know, we'll just use a target extension for long term to get a forecast of it. We'll assume a perfect 0.618 Fibonacci ratio there, and then we're just going to assume another 1-to-1 measured move. So long-term forecast, I'm sure that they're going to develop something. If not, they're probably just going to create a little bit more FUD. There you go, $58 is the long-term forecast, guys, just based on simple Fibonacci extensions. Early January. So that is where we're at, right, guys? I mean, this is wave 1, this is wave 2. Wave 3 made a perfect measured move of 1-to-1, which really sucks that people really got screwed over for that, guys. I'm sorry that everybody, to everybody who lost money, but unfortunately that's just the game sometimes, and I feel awful, guys. And I know really good people that follow me on Twitter, right? That listen to what I say, and you guys have no idea the burden that I have to deal with, because it eats me up to know that I'm not predicting it accurately, and it makes me feel awful, you know? It makes me feel so bad to know that you guys have lost money, because I'm sure that some of you guys take my advice with a grain of salt, and then some people really do listen to it because I've got a track record, right? But I think what we all need to understand is that, once again, we do lose over time, and we also win more over time, right? So please forgive me if you guys did listen to me. It was obviously not the best calls that I made there, but you know what? C'est la vie, you know, it's life, and it's part of the stock market. I used to get really, really tilted when I'd lose money on trades, but then I just do my simple, you know, flip a coin scenario that you guys always see in all of my videos, and I just can't help but think that over time, we're always going to be profitable as long as we stick to a strategy. So what is going on here, okay? So we're actually going to call this the end of phase 2 right there. Okay, now we're going to figure out the Elliott wave count here. This is count 1, where wave 2 ended. This is 2. All of this is basically 2, okay? I'm going to call this 2 right here. This is 3 right here. You guys see that? My trading view is laggy. This is 4, and that's the final 5th wave right there. That is the final 5th wave right there. So in hindsight, should have known that that was the final 5th wave, and we wouldn't have gotten a higher high. There's the 5 Elliott wave count, right? And in hindsight as well, if I look at my NEO, where is it? Right here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I don't think that that was an accurate count as well either, guys. I think my Elliott wave there was really off because I was mixing up time frames, and when you mix up different time frames, you get a very extrapolated one. So remember I said my target goal was about $58? Well, yeah, we will get it there eventually. It's just a matter of time, and some people might be waiting a while. So right now, as it stands, we have 5 Elliott wave counts here already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna do a little bit of surgery on her. Right, we can see the 5 counts here pretty nicely as well, actually. Beautifully, I'd say. Perfect. We don't see this part here that well right now. Let's see if I can get a better view on it. Yeah, like I would say this is more like 1 right here. So this would be a very small first wave. This would be a second one. Like 3 is somewhere up here. Let's see if we can see it better on a 2-hour chart. 3 is somewhere right there. 4, 5. Actually, let's go with 30-minute chart. There, that makes a lot of sense to me now. So we have 1, 2. I mean, actually, no, this wouldn't have even been right. This would have been the second wave there. Okay, this makes a lot of sense to me now. All right. Yeah. Okay, so that's the 5 wave count for that subwave, and we just got to make sure it's right by confirming that wave 3 is not the shortest. Confirmed, right? That's the 3 wave count there. And then we have 5 waves here, 5 perfect waves as well. So in hindsight, Elliott wave does a great job, but at the same time, you know, if you're expecting a very bullish market, then you wouldn't expect these types of corrections, right? So notice here on the daily chart, guys, like this is so laggy, it's irritating. Notice on the daily, we had a big correction after the first wave. We're going to get a really big correction as well. We're 100% going to get some sort of really big correction, guys. And so after the first wave here, notice we came down pretty hard, then we bounced back up right away. Then we came down, then we bounced back up, came down, bounced back up, came down, bounced back up, and it did that a few times. It's going to do the exact same thing here as well, guys. In fact, we're actually getting a doji already, okay? So I want to reassure you guys, for the people that I got in around $37, you guys are going to be okay. Just please hang on to it, okay? And I don't ever give financial advice, guys. But you guys, I see you guys as my friends, and the people that follow me that I talk to every day, you know, like Nick, for example, like you, Kong, like you, Sammy, you know, I know who you guys are, and the people that are always giving phenomenal feedback on Twitter as well, right? You guys are really amazing people, and you guys are, I consider you guys friends, right? And I don't think that you guys are going to be in trouble for the people that are holding right now. You guys just have to give it a little bit of time. What we need to understand is that we had a first wave and a big correction, right? We had 5 perfect waves there, as you guys can see. Like, we'll start from here. 5 perfect waves, okay? And now we also have 5 perfect waves as well when we go in there with a 1-to-1 measured move. So can we really get upset for having a correction right now? I don't think so, guys. I have to tweet this. I'll be back. All right, so let's analyze this structure here, okay, gentlemen? What do we see? We're just going to do it in a very brief way right now. I just needed to tweet on my Twitter there that we see a very strong support here, right? We see a 3-hour candle that's forming here. It's definitely upticking pretty nicely, which implies that it's a very strong support. So what do we see here, guys? Let's take a look at her right now. What we see is an ABC correction. Actually, let's go to the daily chart first. We count A, B, C, and this would be X, and then we have an A, B, C here, and then we have another X, and then we have an A, B, C to make Z. Double zigzag, a triple zigzag correction actually. Now what do we see here so far? We see an A, call this a B, and we'll call this point C down there, right? ABC, and then usually it makes an ABC and attempts to start the third wave. But in hindsight, it usually never does that, guys. It really doesn't really do that often. So I should have known better as well. This was one of the most valuable lessons for me as well, which is to be much more diligent when it comes to doing Elliott Wave. And these are some of the drawbacks because it's very skill intensive. And if you make a mistake, it can be very, very costly, right? That's why when I made my profit on NEO, I said no more. That is it. I'm staying completely out of it. So now we are going to do our WXY. W is here. I'm just going to draw slightly underneath it so we can see the W, all right? This is the X right here. And this is basically the Y right now. And then we're probably going to get another correction like this. Something like that, I'm guessing. And then we're going to get another one down here. So I think we're going to be squeezed like this. Most likely, so I think we might even have a chance to hit $40 again. It's certainly possible. Now, if I draw some more trend lines down right here, this is why we see support, guys. Okay, this is why we see support right now. Right around here. The best support one is right now to draw is actually way later. Is on the 2-hour chart. Intersect the wicks there. Okay, get in between all the wicks right here. So that's obviously a strong resistance, which now turns support. This was a support as well, and now we're getting a beautiful doji candle. Okay. I have a firm belief that we are gonna fall down to this wedge right here. We're gonna do this kind of pattern. This might be a little premature for me to be saying this right now, but you know, if I wasn't right, if this isn't right, where this now becomes another X point, X, right, and this becomes Z. If I'm not right about this, then what is right will be this right here. Then I might have counted my ABC a little bit too early. Okay. I'm just going to do this again from here. I might have counted a little bit too early, and what might be right instead would be this. So check this out. This could just very well be ABC already, right? ABC up there, right here. This seems very right as well. We'll take the middle here, right? Just the average. Actually, right here is good. And we are going to go from here to here. Actually, I'll go this tool and use WXY. We're gonna actually I'll use WXYZ. That'll be better. So W is right here. Well, not right here, but it's supposed to be right there. I just wanted to draw it so you guys can see it right here, okay? And this will be another X1 right here. And then we have a Y, which will probably touch the line here again, just based on symmetry, okay? We're going purely, actually we'll go on symmetry of this previous one here. And then we have another X point, and then we finally have a Z point, and then we break out. So if we take our Fibonacci numbers right here, let's see where this Fibonacci ends up. If this was the beginning of wave 1, basically right over here, what we see is that this ends up right around this region, right? It ends up right around the 618 Fibonacci region. If I just draw it a little bit better here, just like that, for example, okay? This C, we can call it right there. We will not count the wick. Use the same type of symmetry. And what do you guys notice? Well, we notice right now that Z, it ends up right around the 618 Fibonacci level, guys, right? Pretty cool. So if I went to this over here, and I took my Fibonacci for this one, check out what this one retraced to from the lowest to the highest. 6.6. Do you guys see this? Look, it retraced to exactly 0.618 Fibonacci. So where am I going to assume worst case scenario? Worst case scenario, I'm sorry guys, is going to be $32 support. But it's going to take a while for us to get there, okay? It's going to take for a while for us to get there. But what we need to make note of and what we need to respect about charts is the fact that this was wave 1 and this is wave 2 being corrected. And we see a big consolidation period, right? This consolidation period lasted for how long? I'm just trying to find my tool here. Consolidation period lasted, geez, 40 days, guys, 40 days. So how long did this uptrend take right here? This uptrend lasted 10 days. How long did this uptrend last? Much shorter, right? Much shorter because wave 3 has much more intensity. So this one lasted 6 days, which is 60%. If this one lasted 40 days, 60% of that is 24 days, right? So I'm going to expect a 24-day consolidation. A really, really long consolidation. Actually, it might even be faster than that. This seems to be pretty accurate so far, right? Where we have A, B, C here, or sorry, A, B, C, and then we have X, and then Y. So, but from what we can see right now, there's no doubt in my mind that it's squeezing into this type of pattern right here, right? And we got a pretty strong doji support candle so far. It doesn't want to go down anymore. We're actually just about to breach. We're pretty much touching the 0.618 Fibonacci level right now, almost. And we're hovering in between the 618 and the 0.5. We're basically touching this major support line that I drew right here. The wicks, you don't want to, okay, when you count the support, guys, you can actually count it like this as well, like right on the wick. But what I like to do is I consider it a resistance where the bulls, or sorry, the bears have tried to push down below this resistance line, but it was rejected and pushed back up. So the way that I like to call resistance is basically right here like that. But when I'm calling a resistance, for example, breaking a specific high, then I will count on the top of the wick, right? But if I counted a breaking specific low, it needs to close below there successfully. So there's a lot of different ways to interpret it as well, okay? So what am I expecting right now, guys? I'm expecting some sort of retracement, okay? So let's take a look all the way here. This is basically A, B, right? If we notice this retracement after the big correction, it actually retraced all the way back to, you know, a really, really nice level there, right? And the RSI at that specific time was fairly low. Weird, I can't open my RSI tools and stuff. It's just frozen right now. There we go. So on the 2-hour chart, the RSI went down to pretty low, right? But the first time it touched is where are we right now? Right here. I'm going to draw a horizontal line. Right? Horizontal line. Take a look at this. Where we are right now at that line, okay? Where we are at that line right now, guys, is right here. Is that coincidence? I don't think so. Look, right here. And where are we right now? At the exact same spot right now. It's basically a baseline support that we're finding. So what we're gonna do is see how much this could actually retrace. Make note of this right here, okay? This specific area right here at the end of a major uptrend, okay? Take a look at this right here. Isn't it very scary and familiar when we go to right here, what it's doing as well? Very, very similar to me. So what we're going to do is see how much of this retraced to right here, this specific zone, and use it as a baseline figure for how far it could actually go. I'm going to delete this now. So this one retraced to a level of 382 above, okay? 382. So remember that. 382. So now we're going to guess what kind this could retrace to as well, okay? Let's clear out some of this stuff here. If that one retraced 382, this one might retrace to $37.50, we're going to guess. So this is not more so a prediction video, it's just to kind of show you guys similarities and correlation amongst different charts as well, right? Now, don't get me wrong, we could completely shatter this resistance or this support right here, but just based on the way things are looking with 36 minutes left, right? We also look at the 15-minute chart as well. Take a look at this, guys. We look at the 15-minute chart and geez, it's awfully low, right? The RSI bounced off of it already. It was in dangerously low zones, right? We look at NEO's 30-minute RSI as well, and it's in really dangerous territory as well, super low. 45-minute one is super low as well. We might get a small bounce off of it again. 1 hour is pretty low. Are we upticking at all though? Yeah, we finally upticked, just one. So I'm still pretty hopeful that the people that have bought into NEO around 37, you guys might be able to recover at least off of a small bounce to $37.69, okay? So what I actually did is I put a limit order for around 35.75 there, and I'm just gonna check on it actually. I'll be right back. All right, so my order filled there at 35.75. So I bought myself 500 NEO, guys. So yeah, I'm in a pretty large position right now with 500 NEO. That's a $12,000 position right there. Actually, it's more than that. It's like, geez, I don't even do the math sometimes. I just buy a random amount. Times 35.75. I have a $18,000 position with NEO right now at 35.75. So I'm in it with you guys too. I'm definitely in it with you guys. So once again, like, this is not a prediction video. It's just more so to reassure people that this is a normal correction. We hit our one-to-one target already, right? We compare it to our 4-hour chart, for example, here, where wave 1 went up there, and then it did a massive correction. Wave 2 did a perfect one-to-one measured move as well, okay, guys? And now we're just gonna try to guess how far this can go. It's still got a lot of time left on this 4-hour candle, right? But on the 2-hour candle, it's already like 30 minutes left. Is a pretty good sign on it, right? Pretty good sign. I'd say that the bulls are definitely fighting right now, and it's one of the main reasons why I wanted to buy as well. And I'm seeing on my Twitter that a lot of people have actually bought in as well. Some guys bought 5,000 NEO coins in one go right there. Pretty big amount. And based on retracement, right, where the previous one retraced 382, you know, we can get a slight retracement to at least $37.63 there, just for now. And RSI is not too low. A 2-hour chart, you know, for example, it's not too low at all. The only time it dipped really low was when Bitcoin pretty much rallies and everybody dumps every altcoin. Yeah, during major corrections, it can dip really low. But you know, the big one that does it for me right now is this one here, where it's bouncing off of the 1-hour one, right? Not only is it bouncing off of the 1-hour one, but if we take our Fibonacci out of for everything here, if we take our Fibonacci from wave 1 began, which is pretty much right here, we'll see. As we can tell, it literally bounced, guys. Literally bounced right off of the 618 Fibonacci level. So these are all really positive signs, okay? These are all very positive signs, And as I showed you guys on the daily here, we'll take it from where wave 1 started, okay, to right here. Or sorry, from the all the way to the bottom actually. You guys notice that 618 Fibonacci level, right, is slightly bouncing. If we go to a higher one there, we see it just basically breaching the 618 as well, and it just completely bounces off of it. So we also have to make sure that we completely understand as well, guys, that even from the lowest point here, okay, we're bouncing off of the 0.5 level, and where wave 1 started, it's all positive signs right now of support. We're bouncing, pretty much touching the 618 Fibonacci level as well. So this looks pretty good, right, guys? It looks like it's found its support for now, just based on how everything is looking. We have to make sure you guys are drawing your supports and your trend lines right here, because these are major points, right? You want to make sure that you know exactly where your supports and your resistances are. I'm going to draw mine just like that. This one is wick to wick pretty much, but on the 2-hour chart is the one I prefer to draw it on, because I can just go wick to wick, or sorry, candle to candle, body to body, just like that, right? This looks really like a very nice support. I mean, look at it, guys. And what's going to happen is, this is what's going to happen. We're going to wedge somehow, something like that, right? Now, I don't think it'll actually get that low, but just based on how everything is looking right now, I mean, I don't think it's going to get there. That's a little bit too extreme in my opinion. Way too extreme, right? I mean, yeah, that's really extreme case in my opinion. So this one here made a nice wedge as well. But this one is sharp, if you guys have noticed. It's a sharp correction that we're in right now. So I'm really hoping that it does find its support around the 618 level. I bought in at the perfect time, and I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter as well. So this was more so just to reassure people that we have found support, guys. We have found support, and just based on some data extraction, right? It's very possible for us. I mean, let's go even further out. 3 hours. Notice how slow that is, guys? Super slow, right? My computer is so slow. I mean, if we find some reversal doji candles here, like for example, this one right here that we found, a doji, right? It signaled a pretty strong reversal to the upside. Or even if we find one there, it signaled a reversal. We find ones here, it signals a reversal, right? This one pretty much counts, reversal as well. Reversal there from a doji. So these candles that we're finding, the dojis, like right here as well, a reversal. This one's a big one right there, the doji. That's a huge one. Bitcoin had a lot to do with that guy. There's a doji, reversal. So every time we're finding dojis on the candles, right, on the charts, there's always a big rally afterwards, because it implies market sentiment or bullish sentiment, right? It implies that the bears cannot push down any lower, and the bulls are actually buying back up now. So guys, I just wanted to do a quick video once again. I'm kind of angry right now, so I apologize if it was really to the point and so on. It just pisses me off to know that 15 million tokens were basically dumped on the market with a piece of shit little FUD news, you know? Like, come on, if you're gonna release news, don't tease the friggin' public just so you can drive up massive prices. That's what happened, guys. The prices were driven up an extreme amount. It was the catalyst. There's no doubt about it that this teaser, it was the catalyst for the price going up, so the developers could dump their 15 million tokens, guys. I mean, it doesn't take an Einstein to conclude that, right? I've got no other theories right now. If you guys have any other theories, please let me know. And I'm hearing a lot of people losing money, and it really upsets me, you know? It really fucking pisses me off to hear that a massive company, you know? This is not just a normal company. This is Eric Gu. It's pretty well known, this guy, all right? He's a pretty well-known businessman as well. Who did he co-found with before? He was a co-founder for a massive blockchain. I can't remember who. Actually, sorry. Neil was originally co-founded by Eric Gu, who's now leading ETP Metaverse, right? So it has a really good team behind them in general, and they're working towards pretty good stuff right now. But come on, it aggravates me so much to know that their own councilman, Their own council members are releasing hype to the public just so the prices would be driven up massive amounts so developers could dump it on the market. It doesn't explain this type of correction, right? I mean, if it was a fairly bullish market, sure, we buy the news and we sell the hype, right? Or sorry, we buy the hype and we sell the news, but this is still a pretty massive correction, and it was so drastic, guys. Like, it was a massive amount of volume. I mean, look at the volume here. Like, that is a lot of volume, guys. I mean, look at the volume here compared to the volume here, guys. That right there is very implicative that the 15 million tokens were dumped on the market. There is no other way to assume anything. The charts speak for themselves that 15 million tokens were dumped on the market, guys. Okay? You guys look at the volume here. It never spiked whatsoever, did it? Well, that's because there were lack of 15 million tokens, right? But here, all of a sudden, we're getting a huge increase of volume. Where did it come from? It came from developers. It came from the developers where the tokens were released to them so they can work on the blockchain. It's basically funding. That's what it is. But the fact that the news was driven by a teaser, it really pisses me off, guys. Because a lot of innocent people have lots of money at stake, right? They could have just released the news the proper way. I mean, everyone always thinks that. Like, I know as an experienced trader, guys, that the news is going to be irrelevant and bullshit, okay? Despite me, in my heart, thinking, oh, it's going to be very positive news, I know deep down inside, guys, I know deep down inside that it's going to be absolutely bullshit and no good news ever comes out of it whenever they want to tease you like that. And the best example is Omizi Go. When Jun said that, oh, okay, I'm going to release the white paper on I think it was October 17 or something, on the end of the week there, I'm going to release the white paper. And Omizi Go spiked. It spiked like 20, 30%. It went from $7 to like $8.50 or something. It was ridiculous. And then what did Jun do? The CEO of Omizi Go, guys? Do you guys know what he did? He wrote a blog about the white paper with text. Didn't even have a roadmap, guys. It was just a bunch of words. And then the night before, he tweeted, I'm having dinner with my wife right now at this nice restaurant for our 25th anniversary. John, we don't care about your anniversary. No offense, okay, John? We just care about you releasing the blog. It just goes to show how preoccupied you were the night before you released the freaking white paper. You were having dinner with your wife, so you decided to write a blog instead, and you were teasing us the entire week. The same thing is happening over and over in crypto space, guys, where we're seeing promises from developers and their team. They're building up this massive, massive hype. They're carrying coins themselves, obviously. The price gets driven up because of this hype. And then the people that benefit the most are the people behind the blockchain community. And then people who are trading it, right, who are day trading, swing trading, etc., they're the ones getting screwed over royally, right? And I know a lot of you guys are probably not full-time day traders like myself. I do this 16 hours a day, as you guys know already, right? So I'm pretty experienced when it comes to knowing that shit's gonna happen, guys. And I can see it on the charts. I smelled this a mile away as well. Even though I was really optimistic still, right, that we were gonna get a bounce off of here, and we might have just, got a small retracement and maybe even got like an extended fifth wave or so, or possibly just started even the fifth wave, right, to go for our target 2 of $52, $57 there. But no, as soon as the news was released, guys, this is what happens. So I apologize for all the people that listen to me. I feel fucking awful about it, but I have nothing else to assume other than the fact that news was driven up by this, as what I've been ranting about the entire time, and the volume speaks for itself once again. Okay, you guys put 2 and 2 together. No 15 million tokens added, 15 million tokens added, okay? No 15 million, 15 million, all right? I mean, think about it. If you guys were the developer as well, okay, or if you guys were part of the team, wouldn't you guys want to drive up the prices like how we see right here? You guys would want to drive up the price so you can get as much funding as possible, right? But, for every winner, there's a loser, and for every loser, there's a winner. And unfortunately, the people who don't do this full time, the people that don't have ridiculous amounts of equity, like myself, for example, I've got a pretty big balance to play with, right? If I ever screw up, I just manage my risk where I think it's the bottom, and as a day trader, okay, don't do this as an investor. As a day trader, where the RSI is really low already, and it wasn't actually the bottom, no problem. I'll just add a little bit more. I'll just add another $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. But not everybody has liquid income like that who doesn't do this full time. People are playing anywhere between I'm guessing $500 to $10,000, right? Just a normal user. And the normal users are the people that are losing the most money because they're inexperienced. And I feel really bad that you guys followed me through most of this, but at the same time, right, take this as a really valuable learning experience that everybody falls victim to FUD and to hype, guys, including myself. I was very bullish, if you guys noticed. I was probably more bullish than anybody, right? I didn't even speak about shorting it once, but in hindsight, after seeing a one-to-one correction like this, I should have actually implied that bullish. We should actually just short the crap out of this because 5 waves was counted. We're not going to get an extended 5th wave. Let's absolutely correct this right now, okay? And correct this and short the market. So as it stands, guys, we still have this beautiful candle so far. 1 hour to close on the 3 hour there. On the 2 hour, we only got 20 minutes to close on it. On the 1 hour, it's fighting pretty hard, guys. We're getting higher highs right now in the candle. I mean, it's looking great. If you guys see this, really, you guys don't see this right here, right? But we actually have a gap in between these two candles. And what a gap in between these candles signifies is that there's bullish pressure right now for it to go up. We don't see 5 waves here right now, but let me show you guys something in here, right? I think we see 5 waves right here. It's really ugly 5 waves, but nevertheless we see it. 1, 2, 3, 4 is perfect. Where it ends, it doesn't retrace to the territory point 1 at any time really, except for just small wicks. 4, 5, right guys? And the 5th wave down always has 5 waves as well. So we have 1. They're very, very ugly though. Actually, we probably will get 1 more. I think we're going to get a double bottom, guys. Yeah, we're probably going to get a double bottom here. Because I only count 3 waves here. 1, 2. This 3 doesn't count because it's the shortest. So it doesn't count at all. So this is the first wave there. Go up there. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Somewhere right down there. Yeah, so the other wave counting is a little bit off as well. So what I'm already up. See, I bought at 57.75. So I'm already up there. What I am expecting right now is a correction from there to here to around $37.50. And I've got no other information to go based off of other than that, guys. See, volume is starting to spike a little bit as well right now. So that's it. That's just wanted to give you guys my 2 cents and my thought on this. Factoring in fundamentals. It was kind of a rant. Like, I didn't lose money on it. Once again, I made a pretty killer off of it. But believe it or not, guys, I didn't short this thing once. That's how bullish I was, and I'm trying to be transparent and honest. I did not short this guy once, guys, okay? If I had shorted, I would have made myself an easy 5 figures, guys. Easy 5 figures, no problem at all. But I didn't. So for the people that sold at 37.50 right there, or sorry, went to a long position, I think you guys are going to be okay, all right? So I really do appreciate all the support, and make sure you guys remember that we win over time, okay? I'm very transparent about my track record, right? And please also remember that I take a lot of day trading positions that I tweet about, but I don't give you guys an actual chart with risk to reward, right? I just talk about it generally with you guys and just sharing my thoughts and my opinions and some of my positions that I play. One guy called me out today on it. He's like, oh yeah, you don't even follow up on this tweet, blah, blah, blah. Like, well, I don't want to introduce you guys to those kind of setups because they're super duper risky, guys. You don't want to take those setups of mine. Trust me, you really, really don't. They are so freaking risky and it requires a lot of risk management. But what I will share with you guys all the time are the high probability trades, the high probability long-term trades, okay? And those are the ones that I highly suggest you guys to take a look at. I am no financial advisor, but as you can tell right now from my track record, right? I mean, my track record for, where's my Excel here? I'll pull it up, give me a sec. This is my track record, the one that I share with the public, guys. I got another massive Excel sheet that's just for mine. So how many have we won, guys? We've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 wins, 1 loss, guys, from a prediction. And yeah, sure, it was a big loss, but for myself, I took every single one of these trades, guys. Every single one of these trades. So just average it out. Let's just say I won $10,000 per trade. I'm up 90K, we'll say. And okay, if I lost 1 trade, I lost $1,000. I don't really care, right? And this one is so good right now, guys. So freaking good. Ethereum's already, these guys are all up 25% already. About like, man, we're gonna turn this 9 wins right now into 12 wins, guys. I'm on a killer win streak right now. We're gonna have 12 wins here with 1 loss. So if you guys took every single one of my trades, you guys wouldn't even care that you lost a single trade. You might care in the immediate term, but in the long term, who cares? We have won so much money together, guys, over time. We're talking about BCH, ETP, Ripple, EOS, ETP again, IOTAs. There are many IOTA ones that I didn't even list on here, guys, and man, they are just killer. Like I don't even have the one where I listed entering at 0.38 cents here. Those are some killer trades. Like F is up so much already as well. Dash, if you guys have noticed. Anyways, I just want to give you guys my 2 cents once again, and I just want to get it out. I really need to get it out in a kind of an angry video because I don't like hearing the fact that a lot of my friends and the people that that I talk to on an everyday basis, right? I'm on the computer 16 hours a day. I see a lot of the same faces, and we all get to know each other over time. So I'm not happy by the fact that Neocoin did this, just so we can get this volume spike, just so they can make us a lot of money, dumping 15 million coins in the market. Congratulations to the Neo team. You guys have done a fucking fantastic job of fucking over the public in general and building all this hype. Thank you very much, Neo, for releasing a little like just a tip. That's basically what they did, except this time it wasn't just a tip, guys. She actually just pushed you away entirely after you got just a tip. You know, that's pretty much what happened. So guys, if you guys enjoyed my videos, etc., make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, YouTube, etc. And if you guys especially like this video, make sure you upvote it on Steam it as well. I always appreciate the love and the support. And if you guys especially love it for myself and my dog, you guys know all about Luna. She's the one that howls in the videos. You guys are absolutely welcome to donate to her cryptocurrency piggy bank. She spends the majority of it on tequila and vodka. Well, vodka's in the morning and she drinks tequila at night. She's not a fan of gin or scotch or any of that stuff. So yeah, if you guys want to get her hammered, send her a tip. You guys are welcome to. And I'll send you guys a video of her just being plastered, okay? So have yourselves a great day and thank you for watching this video. Bye now.